Plaintiff Jolise Reddick says she and the defendant were lifelong friends, but things changed 4 years ago when the defendant started drinking excessively. Jolise claims the defendant is an aggressive drunk who needs to go to rehab, and she's suing her today for rent. Defendant Jasmine Taylor says Jolise is a hypocrite because not only is she an alcoholic, but she's also a weed head. Jasmine claims living with Jolise was a huge mistake, and she's countersuing her for a security deposit.
Start with you.
Yes, so Jasmine and I have been long-term, lifelong friends. We had some of the same interests and some of the same goals, like going to college, cosmetology school, and things like that.
Okay. Did you all do it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Both of you went to cosmetology school?
No, sir. I went to Eastern Michigan University College.
And where did she go?
I believe Mary Grove in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
Do you know that school?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know where I went, right?
I do not.
And
When did you graduate?
From college, 2018.
The signs are all over campus.
I'm apologetic, extremely apologetic.
They have my face and everything.
the banner, you got a banner?
Yeah, you know they got a banner of me.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eyes open for it.
They don't keep your eyes open. Yeah, I attended Eastern, that's why But our center is right around the corner from Mary Grove on 7 Mile. So you all right with me.
Yes.
I
Thank
don't know
you.
about you.
I went to Eastern Michigan University College.
You know where I went, right?
I do not.
And
When did you graduate?
2018.
The signs are all over campus.
I'm apologetic, extremely apologetic.
They have my face and everything.
Plaintiff Jolise Reddick was lifelong friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant is an aggressive drunk who needs to go to rehab.
And you all have always gotten along?
Yes, we used to do everything together up until about 4 years ago. I noticed that Jasmine had started to drink a lot. Horrible habit of drinking. Every day in and day out, it was maybe about 4 or 5, even 6.
She's been drinking today?
Honestly,
You've
yes.
been drinking?
No, I
Has
have
she?
not.
Yes, she
I
has.
was wondering why
No.
she had that little grin on her face.
I'm always-
You've been drinking?
No, I have not.
Well, you,
I'm just a happy person. I smile a lot.
everybody happy when they drink.
I
No, you
smile it
got
out.
mean drunks too, so okay. All right, go ahead.
The behavior became excessively aggressive. She would become irate. She would say things. She would
Mean
yell.
drunk? Okay.
Yes. She would black out. She would not clean up after herself and things like that. Basically, she eventually she wasn't able to support her habit, so she would have to have lots of men around her in order to support her habit for her. Nothing was more important than alcohol at that point. Jasmine has been struggling with alcohol addiction for a very long time now. She's also extremely young.
Did she acknowledge it? Do you have an alcohol problem, young lady?
I do not. I don't.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm worried for her, and I feel as if it would be extremely beneficial for her to seek help.
Have you, I mean, now that you've said it publicly, have you said it to her parents? Or certainly you can now. Have you talked to them about it?
I have not.
See what you can do, though. Okay? Keep
Yes,
trying. All right, to
Yes, sir.
intervene. I'm glad to have you. A good friend to even be concerned. Even if it's not true, you at least know you got a friend who would be concerned about you if you had an alcohol problem, but you claim you don't. All right, you tell me about your friendship.
Well, me and Jolise, like she stated, we've been friends for a very long time. We grew up on the same street in Detroit. We grew up on 7 Mile in
what?
Mansfield.
Mansfield?
Yep, 2 houses down. Moving in with her was a mistake. On both of our behalf.
Why?
Why? Because she's not the same person she used to be. You know, she's very judgmental. She's a hypocrite.
About what? What is she judgmental about?
She's an alcoholic too, and she's a weed head. She's a weed junkie. That's all she do. She even took me to my very first bar I've ever been to at the age of 17 when I graduated high school. I went to Cody High School.
So did I until they kicked me out. One semester. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Cody is a tough school. Tough,
It is.
tough,
I
tough.
graduated.
They drove her to drinking. That's what happened. I
No,
was trying to figure out
I
what
wouldn't
happened.
say that.
You went to Cody. I don't know how you got over to Cody. That's in my territory,
I'm a
the
good
Herman
person.
Garden Project.
I got through it.
Yeah, they tough. I know I like to deviate with stories, but this is the reality of it. When I left the Herman Gardens, the projects there, and went to college, and I came back one summer. I had gotten my GED and went to college, and all my financial aid was straight. I didn't have to pay a dime. I didn't have parents, so I got a bigger grant, got loans. So I come back to tell the good news to the same guys I used to run with. Hey, man, y'all go out and get y'all to college. All you got to do is get a GED. You know what they did? They pistol whipped me and robbed me.
Wow.
Right up here, you can see the dent on my head, that scar right there.
Yeah, I can see
So it's hard to go back sometimes. But you know what I did? I went to a local church and I started holding career development workshops when I was home in the summer, and later when I graduated. I had other speakers come in. We had job training programs there, community colleges, universities, to sign whoever would come in. But I wasn't going to them. I'll open the doors for you. But now that outreach didn't work out too well.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Extending my hand, that didn't work out. So I'm glad you survived over there.
I sure did. I actually was a mentor at Don Bosco Hall, right?
Really?
Yeah, I was.
All right. I'm impressed with you. They ain't doing too much drinking. She's mentoring. Where you mentoring? What you do? Well, you mentor?
I'm a substitute teacher, actually.
Where?
Metro Detroit, so everywhere. They call, I come.
Right, sure do. All right, good. Congratulations. Glad to hear you two ladies are helping the community. Good.
Actually was a mentor at Don Bosco Hall, right?
Really?
Yeah, I was.
All right. I'm impressed with you. They ain't doing too much drinking. She's mentoring. Where you mentoring? What you do? Well, you mentor?
I'm a substitute teacher, actually.
Good. Congratulations. Glad to hear you two ladies are helping the community. Good.
Plaintiff Jaleese Reddick was lifelong friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant is an aggressive drunk who needs to go to rehab.
And the rent, how does she owe you? What happened?
Yes, so we actually had an agreement. The agreement was that Jazz would come and live at my apartment, and upon moving in, she would provide me with a $250 security deposit, and she would pay first month's rent, which was half of $1,040, $520. Jasmine did pay me the $250. However, we didn't. It was too awkward. The house is a mess. I didn't like the smell of the weed. Also, alcohol constantly a
She
party.
said you smoke weed.
Well,
Much you
Jasmine
like the smell of
doesn't.
weed.
Jasmine doesn't give it a break. You know, it's just
She said you're the one
constantly-
smoke weed day and night.
She does as well.
She's lying.
As well. That means you do smoke it day and night. But you
Not as
can't
much
do
as
too
her.
much smoking when you're teaching those children,
Yes,
I'm sure.
most definitely.
All right.
However, it's just excessive. The arguments with her male companions, whoever
Say
that
she
might be.
abuses marijuana.
Yes, I believe she
Okay.
does. Most definitely.
I don't have a problem with weed smokers. I'm against the abuse of marijuana. And smoking all day is abusing it.
Yes.
One joint a day, all right? That ain't abuse. That's
Yes.
just relaxing.
Yes.
All right. It's like taking a glass of wine at night. All right. And what do you say to this, ma'am? The rent.
With the rents, I pay her rent plus security deposit, so I feel like I shouldn't have to pay her for. I didn't even stay there for a whole month. The end of July, I wasn't even there at the end of August. I moved out before the end of August. So, her saying that I should pay that is really.
And that's your counterclaim of security deposit.
Yes.
What do you say about returning her security deposit?
She didn't tell me when she was leaving. She just left. We did talk about her leaving, but we never discussed a specific date. I guess she just became frustrated with it, so she had just left. She didn't take all of her things with her. She left the place a mess, and she never paid rent for August.
You're deducting her security deposit from the rent that she owes? Is that what you're doing?
Well, if she paid the rent, then I would just give her back her security deposit.
If you haven't given it to her, you do owe it to her. the $250. And however, as you said, she owes you the rent. So I can just do that math. $250 security deposit, $520 for the rent. Everybody gets what they're asking for. However, when you do the math, you're left with $270. So good luck to you, ladies. Where are you working? She told me she does substitute teaching.
I used to work for Chrysler. I was a porter.
Okay.
So.
What are you doing now?
I'm still kind of doing that. I'm on call, and I kind of do a little bit of waitressing.
Did you finish your education?
I graduated high school.
You don't have, she doesn't have a job. She doesn't.
Quiet.
Your Honor, I do have a job. She's been lying the whole time.
I want to hear about your skills.
Yes. My skills?
Where did you finish? What did you
I
finish?
finished high school.
No, that's not enough. Then I can't help
I went
you.
to Dorsey for cosmetology.
Okay,
I have
well,
my
then
CNA
start talking.
certificate.
Uh-huh.
I have to go take my state test so I can
Okay.
obtain my license.
Okay.
And I
Good.
love
All
doing
right.
it.
Well, that's what I was asking, because high school is not enough
It's
these
not.
days.
It's not.
And that's what I wanted to hear. All right, and you told me. Good luck to you. Proud of y'all. Have a good day.
All what man? I have a boyfriend. I don't be with
All of the
every
different
man.
men that you
And
have in the
us
house
being
every
here
other day.
with the no, not every other day. I have a brother, so I treat myself well.
I know your brother.
I know
Those
you
men
know
are your
that you
brothers.
tried to talk to, and you're supposed to be my what? God sister.
Those men are your brothers.
So
I just want my money.